Hello. Here we go. So we're going to go over some news from this morning after Bitcoin crashed. Everything crashed, actually. Let's see here. And Bitcoin ended up going down almost 10%. Ethereum almost 20%. Oh, and there's some huge wicks down here. XRP dropped 72%. Everything has been coming back up. BNB has basically recovered its whole move already. We'll go through some news from today. Bitcoin is back over $115,000. The recovery is good. Like, people thought it was going to keep going down and keep liquidating positions, but after liquidating like $6 trillion in 1 hour, it's coming back up nicely. Hope you guys got some opportunities to buy some. I got some opportunity to buy some ETH down here at maybe around, I think 37.50, I believe, which is pretty nice. So hope everyone got some good opportunities. Here we go. And the ETF trading volume has been coming back up. It's back up to $1 billion in the first trading minutes of today. The ETF trading's back up. BlackRock is back to buying. Hello, Sarth. But ETF volume is coming back up. How you doing? All good. We're live now. We have we're gonna be going live on different times from different locations, so tune in whenever you can. Here we should be going live most mornings, going over some market structure, some market news, and just talking about it. Here we go. Bitcoin, gold, and stocks have enriched everyone. Holding them for any length of time. Look at like Bitcoin after 14 years, obviously up 4.6 million%. Absolutely crazy. Well, that's obvious after, like, if you're counting the first couple of years of Bitcoin, but even gold's up 143% since Bitcoin came out 14 years ago. S&P up 439%. These are all the safe options. Obviously, Bitcoin has not stopped producing winners, honestly. So here we can watch this right now, actually. Tom Lee breaks down Friday's estimated $19 billion in liquidations and why Bitcoin and Ethereum held up so well over the weekend. Here, let's see this.
I think that the volatility and leverage is what has drawn people into that space, especially when you get outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those two are generally not held on margin. I mean, there is some leverage with what they call perpetuals, but that's why they held up so well over the weekend. But this liquidation that was triggered over the last 3 days, the estimates are at least 19 billion of liquidations, but it's probably understated. It might be 4 times bigger. It's the largest since 2021. Essentially, you have to go back to FTX. I think there is a lot of leverage in the way people use this product called perpetuals, which is trading on margin, like 3x, 20x, and it works and it's held through collateral. People like sort of pledging something that they say that's safe, but when the price of that collateral drops, it triggers a cascade. And so I think people talk about this thing called commodity leverage. So
wow. $19 billion in liquidations, but he said it could also be understated to 4 times more. That like almost $80 billion in liquidations in 1 hour is absolutely crazy. I was lucky enough to not get liquidated in any positions. I wasn't in any leverage positions. That's why you gotta tread lightly around those kinds of positions. Even if you were on like a slow 2x for the 2x leverage position in Bitcoin, ETH, anything honestly in the last, even for the last like couple months, you could have got caught, liquidated your whole position. You could have been up huge and still got liquidated. That's why you gotta be careful with these leverage positions. Take your profits when you can. Oh yeah, and also I think I had it here. Yeah, the liquidation events here from Cointelegraph. CoinGlass released top 10 crypto liquidations in the recent October 10th crashing ranked first, sorry. Here are all the biggest ones. Yeah, everything else honestly they're all from 2021 actually. Yeah, you can see here liquidations $19.1 billion. Next year market will crash 60 to 80%. Yeah, honestly, who knows? These liquidation events are crazy. Just don't get caught in them, honestly. But yeah, 19.16% or $1 billion from US tariffs. The second place is less than, or a little more than half, $9.94 billion in 2021. What is that? That's April 18th. AML crackdown rumor and mining halt 2021. This is only literally a month afterwards. Almost the same kind of thing. $9 billion Tesla stance reversal. Yeah, there's some huge like overhead rally correction, El Salvador BTC law launch dump. There's a bunch of liquidation events. This definitely being the biggest. I watched it in real time, just absolutely plummet to the floor. Sad sight to see. But everyone seems to like, if you caught a good buy, like Michael Saylor's still buying. He acquired 220 Bitcoin, like $27.2 million. I think this was just like today. Like even after it came back up, what, like 10%? How much is it back up since? Up maybe like 3%, but like from the lows, about 7%. Yeah. How much was that? He bought 220 Bitcoin. Yeah, $27 million, bringing his total up to 640,250 Bitcoin. 3% of the whole supply of Bitcoin is crazy. Here we'll see some more. MicroStrategy just keeps on stacking. I think we can check some more news too. Some that just came out now. This is all from this morning. BNB has reached new all-time highs, 1375. CZ has continued to win over the last like month. Honestly, this whole year. Here we can check BNB. BNB this year has just been climbing, like all-time high. Like the last all-time high here, 794, and this was what? This was December. So basically, last year, beginning of this year, they set all-time high, trailed down a little bit into April. Since April has not stopped making all-time highs. Boom, 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 boom. And then now, yeah, they just set a new one already here. If I move this, let me turn this on. Yeah, like 1374. If you're a BNB holder, you've been happy all year. I was lucky enough to still have some BNBs, a couple BNB in my wallet. Found that. It was a happy day for me. But yeah, look at this. Like how BNB jumped back up after dropping, what, 31%? In like 2 days. We're already back to the previous highs and then set a new all-time high today on the hourly. Yeah, a couple hours ago. Right here. Yeah, we'll see some more here. Yeah, BNB, new all-time high. No one happier than CZ himself. EU citizens are paying 0% tax in crypto tax in 2025. 100% legal, and the window's still open. Zero tax in Germany, Slovenia, Malta, Estonia, Cyprus, Netherlands, Czech Republic, Romania, Bulgaria, and Slovakia. This should hopefully keep going, keep spreading throughout the world. Yeah, BNB holders really lucky this year. Even Bonk. Let's see, Bonk. Yeah, Bonk dropped a bunch. A lot of people got liquidated in Bonk. Look at that. Look at that dip right under everything. Nobody, like, even if you open like a leverage position here at these lows, you like at this, like you would be up no matter where you went with no worry about getting liquidated. And then boom, look at that drop, liquidating everybody. So I don't play around with leverage. But yeah, like there are other countries with 0% like tax, like not specifically crypto 0% tax, like like the UAE, a couple other countries. But if this keeps like, we need this to go over to the U.S., Canada, a bunch of other countries, because it's either you're not disclosing your crypto earnings, which is like you can get heavy trouble for, or you're claiming small or big capital gains tax on them. But yeah, Germany holds crypto 1 year, pays zero. Yeah, after a year you pay 0% tax. Short-term gains up to 1,000 euros. You're tax free. No wealth tax, small staking / mining income tax free. 40% tax. Yeah, honestly, it's worse in some other places, like I think Canada, a bunch of other. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm assuming the UK also. Like you're getting taxed like half of that, depending if it's short or long term. Yeah, Malta 0% long term active trading tax. Yeah, 40% is tough. Czech Republic. Oh, see, Czech Republic is hold 3+ years, sell tax free. Let's see here. What else is there? Oh yeah, this is some more news for BNB. Chinese bank to back BNB. They're backing BNB allegedly here by Coin Bureau. This was this morning. China Resistance Bank is reportedly in talks to raise $600 million for a fund investing in BNB with YZI Labs expecting to join the deal also. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah. BNB has had a huge year. Expanding to China too is massive. Some more countries. Yeah, I think there's some more news in. Let's see here. Let me scroll down here. Yeah, 76.3 million liquidated across crypto market in the past 60 minutes. This was 3 hours ago. Oh, 600 million. Not crazy. Oh, another chart I was looking at, a lot of people are throwing around Twitter, is on, I believe, Bitcoin monthly returns here. This is what I was talking about here. Let me zoom out here so you can see. We're in October. This is the Bitcoin monthly returns percent. So how much Bitcoin has returned monthly since it started all the way down in 2013 here. Let me zoom out a little more here. Yeah. The month with the most green has been October. We're here in October with, even after this huge crash, we're still up 0.63%. Like a couple days ago, I was looking at this and we were at, I believe, 7%. This was maybe 5 days ago. 7%. We were only 10% of the way, or 10 days through the month, a third. and we were still green. Here, the average return for October is 20%, a 20% gain. If we look at the Bitcoin monthly chart, change this to monthly. If we even saw that like average 20%, that would end up putting us at, yeah, around 137,000, smashing the all-time high. But if you want to be more conservative, because this is taking into account the early years of crypto, like 60% moves, 50% moves, like even just the median is 14%. Yeah, here, even with what was that? 14%, that would still smash us through the all-time high. Or actually, it would put us right above it, back at 130, which is needed. If Bitcoin could keep pushing through till the end of the year, that would be huge, massive. Congrats, 38K. Yeah, October has been like, even December, like November has been good. Everything is usually like positive. Like June is a little negative, but the medians seem to be, yeah, there's some medians that are negative, but October's been good. November has been majority green. December it's kind of half. So Q4 for Bitcoin could honestly go either way. But I think at the end of this month, we should be seeing hopefully a new all-time high. How much? Yeah, we're only halfway through the month. Even with this huge liquidation, we barely even moved. Like obviously a bunch of people got wrecked, but as term, like here, we're down, yeah, 6%. I think we could climb more than 6% by the end of the month. Let's see here. I don't think there's any other. Here are the quarterly returns. Q4, yeah, like I was saying, Q4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of the 10 out of the last 14 months or quarters have been green. Average 78%, median 47%, which is just nice to. Here's ETH too. ETH has had good quarter twos, quarter ones. Q4 has been basically 50-50, but still with a average of 21% and a median of 11%. So like everything looks good. We should be seeing some nice moves this month or this quarter. Honestly, I wouldn't call it by the end of this year. Here, let's see. We can look at some news. We go to our news website. We post articles every day. Let's see here. blockchainacademics.com. Bitcoin rebounds after historic liquidation. Binance. Here, let's see this one. Binance allocates. Let's move this back. Binance allocates $283 million to offset market turmoil after weekend depegging event. Yeah. Here, Philippines officials. What is this? Some just hot news. iBlockchain reinvent budget transparency amid public trust push. Yeah, countries are going all in on crypto. You don't want to be the last country who hasn't started a fund or anything. Slowly but surely, you'll just see every month, every couple months, more countries are pro crypto. Here we can see popular coins: Bitcoin up 1.79%, ETH up almost 2%, BNB up 0.1%, XRP up 4%, Sol up 5%, and ADA up 7%. Fear and greed, right after pushing past this kind of middle part after this crash, obviously we came all the way back. You know what they say, but when you're in fear, buy into the fear, sell in the greed, but it's not always that easy. Okay. Let's look at some more news. I think we can go on to Coin Telegraph. Let's see if there's anything. I think there's some more tweets I haven't gotten to. Here, Bitcoin on track to pass yet another milestone this month, becoming number one across all cash money. Oh, let me close that here. Cash money value worldwide, top 5 physical current stocks, notes, and coins versus Bitcoin system. Here's the Bitcoin system. Here is, let me try to read that. US dollars, Bitcoin, BTC Bitcoin, September. Notes and coins, yeah, this is October 2025, sitting right at the top with $2.4 trillion. Crypto fundraising hit $3.48 billion last week, the highest week across and every according to Crypto Rank. Yeah, you could see here also Bitcoin ETF inflows on CoinGlass. I was looking at this chart, I believe. Inflows the last couple days here. I guess I can't see here. Let me move it here. Here, these are the last couple days, basically this whole month. Inflows have been booming. Like one of the days I think was the third. Yeah, we had the third largest ETF inflow day, mainly obviously coming from IBIT, which is BlackRock's ETF. Majority have just been coming through that, but this month has been huge. Well, this year in general, the public, everyone's coming through buying ETFs. Here, yeah, you could see IBIT is holding 804 Bitcoin total, plus 650 Bitcoin in one day percent. FBTC holding 200K, but this is actually absurd, 804. Let's do the math for that. 804. Here, let me just bring up the calculator. We're at 113, basically 114. 804 times 114. They're holding $91 million. Wait, that sounds wrong. No. My bad. 804,000. That'll be a lot bigger of a number. It crashed. Bitcoin, everything crashed, but ETFs have been stable. Bitcoin crashed. We could check here, honestly. Total crypto market cap. This is just basically everything in crypto, the whole crypto market cap in one day. If you're counting the wick down, it fell 20%. 20%, but already has, like, after it closed, this was all basically in 1 hour, but after it closed, we're on the daily here. Yesterday recovered 5%. I'm not too worried. I don't think it'll keep going on a downtrend, but I hope clear skies ahead. Hope everyone got a good chance to buy the dip. If you have any questions, drop them below. But if you want to go over any other cryptos here, XRP. I was watching this live. I saw this drop. Like, look, move this to the weekly, and you can see how absurd that is. Anybody bought during this initial pump in December, I believe, or November. Yeah. Hopefully you didn't get liquidated, but a bunch of people did. Back to what I was checking at the start of the live. Tom Lee was breaking down the estimated $19 billion in liquidations, and said usually, like, sometimes these are downplayed, and this $19 billion in liquidations could be as much as 3 times or 4 times. We could just replay this right here.
The volatility and leverage is what has drawn people into that space, especially when you get outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those two are generally not held on margin. I mean, there is some leverage with what they call perpetuals, but that's why they held up so well over the weekend. But this liquidation that was triggered over the last 3 days, the estimates are at least 19 billion of liquidations, but it's probably understated. It might be 4 times bigger. It's the largest since 2021. Essentially, you have to go back to FTX. I think there is a lot of leverage in the way people use this product called perpetuals, which is trading on margin, like 3x, 20x. And it lurks and it's held through collateral. People like sort of pledging something that they think that's safe, but when the price of that collateral drops, it triggers a cascade. And so I think people talk about.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, a bunch of people are playing. Obviously, crypto, everyone's trading with a margin, whether that be 2% or 100 or 2x to 100x. Most people are using margin. That's the fear of using margin. Even like I was saying at the start, even if you were on a 2x leveraged position for the last this is the weekly date here, even just on Bitcoin, you're on any leverage position in this past here bubble, even if you bought down here or here, most people would have got liquidated, even if you thought you're in a safe position, because you're only, let's say you got 10k trading with a 2x leverage position at 20k. Usually you would never see that big of a drawdown, but you're always weak to a huge liquidation event, just grabbing liquidity, liquidating people left and right. Like he was saying, almost, maybe you could put it at a little less than $80 trillion in 1 hour. Maybe that is probably throughout the whole day, but mainly happened all in the span of an hour. Honestly, like 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, there was some huge losses there. Yeah. Chinese bank backing BNB. BNB has had a huge year. Let's see if we find some more interesting. Oh yeah, we can go onto Coin Market Cap, see what's trending right now. Actually, I can move out of here. Market cap, crypto market cap up 1%, up to 5 trillion. Everything looks to be recovering pretty well. It could have been a bad month, honestly, after this liquidation, but everything is recovering. Like, fear and greed is up to 40%, 40, which is not bad. You would think it would be a lot worse. Even just the gainers today from just the top. Obviously the 7 days is looking bad, but the last 24 hours is almost green entirely, excluding BNB. But BNB is is one of the only ones that are actually green in the last 7 days. Yeah, like I was saying, don't play around with BNB. CZ knows what he's doing. I was looking at here. I actually want to check again the Forbes wealth chart, the real-time billionaires a couple days ago. Here, let me move this to the side. Move this. Yeah, obviously Elon Musk, everybody here, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos. But a couple days ago, yeah, he's still here. CZ is at still at the 20th spot. I don't know if it wouldn't matter if it was updated, because they are back to all-time highs. The wealthiest billionaire in crypto, excluding obviously Satoshi, because nobody really knows, but Satoshi's worth, probably he'd be in the top, of course. But out of everyone who's publicly disclosed, CZ is Number 20th in the world with a staggering $92.6 billion, mainly held in obviously BNB, him being the former CEO and co-founder of Binance. He is doing some other stuff right now, but he is still a huge name in the crypto space. Hyperliquid dominates top chains by fees, generating over $20 million, dwarfing BNB and Ethereum. Hyperliquid has, look at that, almost 20 million in fees compared to BNB and everyone else. Basically, what is that, like sub 2 million, sub 1 million? Let's see some more news. Mysterious hyperliquid whale. CZ shares investigation revealing the whale that is allegedly the former Bitforex CEO around $10 billion. But Garrett declines any connection. Digital asset investment product recorded 3.17 billion in inflows last week, pushing year-to-date inflows at a record $48.7 billion. Wow. Yeah, like I was saying with the ETF inflows, this month alone has had huge inflows from IBIT, BlackRock's ETF, but all other ETF, Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs have been pumping this. I think last week we had the third largest ETF inflow day, but yeah, year to date inflows at 48 billion, just 3 billion in the last week. Yeah, that's huge, even with all this tariff news and China talk. Yeah, Bitcoin at 115. If you guys have any questions, drop it below. Let's see here. $1 billion in stablecoin outflows on ETH. Wow. As per on-chain data, Ethereum saw a staggering $1 billion in outflows in the last 24 hours. Inflows are coming in and outflows. Wow. Yeah. When was this? Within 24 hours. It has been, Ethereum has recovered. Like, not a bad amount. I guess people are either panic selling, or if they're catching some relief and just want to size out of the market, I guess. But no, I bought some ETH at a good level. I'm obviously long-term bullish on this, so it's obviously a no-brainer. You see these huge dips. If you have capital on the side that you've been waiting to deploy, it's a no-brainer not to just to deploy them on these large liquidation and just dips in general. $12 trillion BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says there's no role for crypto. Oh yeah, I had a clip here. I didn't play it. Did I? Oh yeah, here, this one. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says he was wrong about Bitcoin. There's a role for crypto in the same way there is a role for gold. This is huge, him coming back on his word. After seeing probably all the inflows coming from their own ETF.
I did say Bitcoin, because we were talking about Bitcoin then, was the domain of money launderers and thieves. But the markets teach you have to always relook at your assumptions. There is a role for crypto in the same way there's a role for gold. That is, it's an alternative. For those looking to diversify, this is not a bad asset. I did say Bitcoin, because we were talking about Bitcoin then, was the domain of money launderers and thieves. But
sorry. Yeah, that's huge. Coming back, he's seen the market. Obviously, the market, he mentioned, the market will show you. You can't ignore Bitcoin at this point. Like a couple of years ago, people were saying, don't invest in Bitcoin at all. This was maybe like 7 years ago, maybe around like 2015, 2016. And then financial advisors started seeing how much Bitcoin's moving, and then started saying, okay, well, you could allocate 1% of your portfolio of just a standard portfolio into Bitcoin, and every year since, that number's been climbing 2%, 3%. I've heard 5%, 10%. Obviously, this is for people who are investing in just traditional S&P, just normal index funds and other publicly traded companies. If you're trying to be safe, they were telling you 1%, 2%. Now, I would say probably 10, 15%. Like you see how much MicroStrategy is making from just buying Bitcoin. They just, if you guys missed it, where was it? Right here. Yeah. Michael Saylor bought 220 more Bitcoin, $27 million. He's now holding 3% of the entire Bitcoin supply. People were doubting him, but now I've seen how much they've been making. But well, you can see here, winner trader back with a short. Mysterious trader who made $192 million shorting crypto amid the massive crash is back. He now shorted $163 million in Bitcoin and BTC with 10x leverage, already more than $2.8 million in profit. This was 6 hours ago. Wow, $2.8 million in profit. Position valued at $168 million. Entry price 117, current price 1. So I guess he entered at 117. Yeah, up here. Wow. Wait. Oh, I guess he was down from here. Oh, he didn't sell it, I'm guessing. Let me see here. Position value. Entry price, 117. Current price 115. Still up. Yeah, unrealized $2.8 million. Wow. Who made? Wow. Continue on here. BNB all-time high once again. This was 7 hours ago. Coinbase is teaming up with American Express to launch a crypto credit card offering Bitcoin rewards. We have seen crypto cards before, but now with Amex, that'll be huge. Honestly, I'd see a lot of people. They probably would offer better cashback than most, probably all cards if they're returning them in Bitcoin or even just USDC. With that new Genius Act, USDC, USDT, any stable coins are getting widely used, and retirement funds are starting to take crypto as a asset also, so people could start investing in crypto for their retirement, which in my opinion would give you a lot more returns by the time you do retire. Okay. BlackRock IBIT bought over $2.6 billion worth of Bitcoin last week. IBIT is the biggest ETF from obviously BlackRock. But yeah, the inflows have continued to go crazy. Gold is at an all-time high also, even after these tariff news, back at all-time high, which is nice to see. Okay, so that is about it. Here, I'll show you guys one last look. If you guys are interested in crypto news, we have a new site, blockchainacademics.com. We post daily articles and news. If you're looking just to read up on crypto or anything, we have some guides and market data if you want. You basically get a whole idea of the market every morning if you just go through, read here. Obviously, our YouTube channel, if you want to learn crypto. If you want to learn about news, we're posting news videos and learning any type of learning content, if you're trying to learn about anything new, like upcoming, here's our latest vlog of the Token 2049 vlog. Go make sure to watch that. And then yeah, we go over airdrops and different coins. Here was Aster. We just go over everything hot in crypto. And also keep an eye out for our learn. We have a academy, up and coming academy, coming soon, where we will have beginner guides and beginner all the way to intermediate, and learn to earns, where you could earn crypto for absolutely free just by learning about different projects. You will get paid out in that native token. So make sure to check that out. Follow us on Twitter also. Here we go. Follow us on Twitter. We tweet every day. We have a Twitter account and a Telegram, Discord. We got about everything. Links are at the bottom of our website here. Make sure to join. Follow us on Twitter and on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. We should be going live a couple times per week, so you could tune in. See you guys.